by socioeconomic class or education, IQ or anything else. But a recent article by Paul G. Bell in the Mensa magazine provides some straws in the wind. Mensa, as you know, is an international organization for people with very high IQ. And from a meta-analysis of the literature, Bell concludes that, I quote, of 43 studies carried out since 1927 on the relationship between religious belief and one's intelligence or educational level, all but 4 found an inverse connection. That is, the higher one's intelligence or educational level, the less one is likely to be religious. Let me now show you some data that have been properly published and analyzed on one special group, namely top scientists. In 1998, Larson and Whittam polled the cream of American scientists, those who've been honored by election to the National Academy of Sciences. And among this select group, belief in a personal God dropped to a shattering 7%. About 20% are agnostic, and the rest could fairly be called atheists. Similar figures obtained for belief in personal immortality. Among biological scientists, the figure's even lower, 5.5% only believe in God. Physical scientists, it's 7.5%. I've not seen corresponding figures for elite scholars in other fields, such as history or philosophy, but I'd be surprised if they were different.
It's just so extraordinary. Unfortunately, many fools have been duped by people to whom they attribute great intelligence about their worldly affairs. All the while, these people deny any afterlife. They declare such statements as, well, if the afterlife was true, such brilliant men and others like them of such extreme intelligence and impeccable understanding, they wouldn't have denied it. So you have all these atheists that write their books, God is not great, right? All these, what was the other one Dawkins wrote? Yeah, the God delusion, right? You know, that all these, and they call themselves brights, you know, we're the smart ones. And then they have these things how, you know, the people with the highest IQs tend to be atheists. And now all these, it's almost, now it's cool to be an atheist. It's uncool to be a believer, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to imitate those. They're cool. Yeah. So this is what. So this is who they're following. These genius people that have said, oh, this is all just a coincidence, just popped into existence from nothing. And all your apparent design, it's just a trick. You've just been fooled by a trick. It's all just a trick. You're not really designed. It just looks like that. It's just hit and miss over billions of years. What they fail to recognize is that intellect, despite being a noble substance, will only investigate those matters to which one directs it to. It has no independence as such, unless willfully directed to something. Hence, if it finds direction to immaterial matters of the afterlife, it will master such matters. But if it is directed only toward the material affairs of this material world, it becomes formidable in such matters and fully embraces them to the neglect of everything else. So they become great biologists and great mathematicians and great, right, politicians, because that's where they've directed their intellect to. And they've neglected. And that's why he says, أهملوا أفكارهم, right? أهملوا وما عرفوا أقدارهم. They neglected their own thoughts. They didn't direct their thoughts to think deeply about the world and their condition in the world. This results in the inner eye's blindness. The basira goes blind. It's not, Allah says it's not the eye that goes blind. It's the hearts that go blind. This results in the inner eye's blindness concerning metaphysical matters of eschatology. In other words, what's coming after. One can find many examples of this in the Quran, as we mentioned earlier.